That one bullshit PlayStation trophy.
The Golden Boy trophy in Steel Rats on PS4 requires you to complete all 84 challenges that are spread across the game's 28 levels. And these challenges come in all shapes and sizes, from easy ones that require you to destroy enemies with certain character moves, to trickier ones that require you to perform a wheelie for 30 odd seconds throughout a level that is often filled with obstacles and ramps along the path that you're trying to wheelie down, causing you to easily lose your wheelie and fail this challenge. Seriously, some of those were a pain. For the most part though, the 84 challenges are fairly simple to unlock, and you'll probably get one, maybe even two per level as you just play through the game's 28 story missions. But thankfully, you don't have to get all three challenges in one run of a level, so you can get one and then play the level again to get the two that you've missed. So that is one of the good things about this trophy. Challenges that require you to beat levels in under a certain amount of time can be quite awkward, and that is mainly due to the glitchy nature of the game, because you can often find that the bike doesn't really move as fast as it could because it kind of gets glitched and half stuck in the ground, and you might get some other weird physics issues when you're trying to move fast through the levels and jump up ramps and things like that. That can often be your undoing. And while that may sound simple, 2 of the 28 levels have some really BS challenges that really make this trophy a right pain in the butt to unlock. One of them occurs in the final level, as you get 2 challenges that are pretty awkward: beating the boss in under 3 minutes and beating it without losing any characters. So you'll get 4 or so characters to play as, and if they lose their health you'll switch to the others. So you can sort of manage it that way, but this boss fight is just so glitchy that it's just easy to just wipe out really quickly, and it mainly happens when he slams his hands down and you have to go up this half pipe type thing and land on the top of his arm to charge up this move to attack it, and it's just so glitchy trying to land on that. When you press the button to lock on, sometimes the bike will just kill himself and just not attach to it, and it just becomes really awkward. Trust me, if you've played this game and tried to do this final boss, you'll understand how awkward it is to get up this ramp and land on the boss's arm, even when just playing through the level normally, never mind when you've got this time limit constraint on you and you're trying to rush. This arm move is just really glitchy, and it made that one a right pain. But that was nothing compared to the Foundry level, which had this challenge where you had to beat it in under 2 minutes 50 and not lose any of the characters, because this level was just an absolute joke. It just didn't work. This was where the game was at its worst, with all of its little glitches and just oddities that just really came out. And it's a shame, because this should have been a really cool level, because basically it's just one big chase upwards while you're getting chased by this big machine that will just kill you. So you're trying to work your way up this giant tower to get to the top and escape before this machine can kill you. But trying to do that really quickly in 2 minutes 50 without making many mistakes is really hard, because even if you're doing really well, the game will just glitch out on you and the physics will just go all wonky, and you'll end up just falling back down and dying, and that will void the challenge where you can't have anyone die. That was really hard. Never mind the time limit challenge. Jesus. I don't know what it was with this level, but it just didn't work. There were so many awkward and annoying bits in this level that just really started to piss me off. And it's very much a trial and error sort of level, where you'll just gradually make your way up to the top, but each new hazard that you come across on your bike is a new sort of puzzle for you to solve and try and figure out. Like this one here, where you've gone up a wall basically, and then you've got to try and land on these ledges, but if you just drive straight up and over, you're going to be going too fast, and you can't really just go too slow either, because you won't be able to make the jump across the gap. It was just really awkward, and when you do land, you've got to make sure you're pushing down so you can go onto the path closest to the camera, so that you've got a bit of road to drive on, and it was just so annoying. And then wiping out there every time was really frustrating, because this level, yeah, you have to do it in 2 minutes 50, but it takes like, over a minute to get to that point, and wiping out there and then having to restart the whole thing just become really frustrating. And even areas where I could normally do it fine, after trying so many times, I would find that they would just start glitching out. Like here, after going on the ceiling and dropping down, all of a sudden I was finding myself getting stuck in that corner, and that happened countless times. And then other times where I'm on the tracks and trying to get off, the bike just wouldn't flip, and I'd end up just landing on my head and dying. It's just, this one, I just absolutely hated it. It really did make me dislike this game because it just didn't work. And times like this where you've turned around with the circle button or whatever it is, but then you're just not lined up right, and I just couldn't get to the background, so I was always staying in the foreground and obviously going to miss the ledge when I fly up. And then right at the end of the tower climb, when you've got to the very top, trying to get over to the right proved to be really frustrating as well, and I kept failing there. And likewise, when he shuts the door there, I would try and jump over the gap, but then hit the side of that ledge and just fail. It's just so frustrating. And this top bit, the final bit, took me so long to just figure out the sweet spot of how to do it, how to come off the one track and then boost over without hitting the side or missing the ledge entirely. And it's so frustrating. I can't describe how annoying this was. At this level, I think I spent probably over an hour trying to get up there just to beat it, and then even longer to try and beat it quickly enough to get that challenge done. And then trying to do it without making any mistakes and losing any characters was also a pain, because there was just so many things going wrong with the physics, the controls. The bike would just slow down randomly, that it really did make me want to just rage quit the damn thing. But as any trophy hunters know, you just have to stick with it and just try again and again. Maybe have a break and come back the next day with fresh mind and just try it again. And eventually I did manage to work my way up there quick enough to be able to beat the challenge. And I'm not sure if I did the no death run at the same time, but eventually I would have done that as well, and I finally got up there. But my god, this was just a really cool level that was just made frustrating by the game's wonkiness, because this game is really cool when it works, when everything's going as it should. It's a really great game, but when it doesn't work and it's, the bike doesn't go where you want it to, you get stuck, it's just annoying. And the Golden Boy trophy just honestly left a sour taste in my mouth and made me really not like this game and get really frustrated by it, because it just exposed all of the flaws with the gameplay. So yeah, the Golden Boy trophy deserves a BS rating of